Finding and organizing music. Now, I can talk about this subject for about 10 hours because I am the most obsessed person with organizing music. But what we're going to do is we're going to talk through 10 points about this subject. I'll leave them on the screen right now. And I'm just going to walk you through everything you need to know about finding music and organizing music. Question I get asked all the time. CB, where do you get your music from? Now, there are a number of places you can get music from as a DJ, but when you first start, you haven't got any money. So when you're told to go out and buy music for your DJ career, you're thinking to myself, hang on a minute, some DJs have 10,000 tracks. How the hell am I going to buy a track? How the hell am I going to buy 10,000 tracks? That's going to cost me £10,000 because if you go onto iTunes or go onto Apple Music, each track is 99p. So DJs get really confused and think they can't get music. So then what they end up doing is going to YouTube or going onto Google and saying, how do I find free music? And then you're going to come across a bunch of YouTube converters or a bunch of really bad edits on SoundCloud. Now, when you first start, you are going to go on YouTube Converter, you're going to find your favorite song and you're going to download some terrible version of a track, right? Let me tell you right now, if you go down this route, you're not going to be a successful DJ because when you get to the clubs or get to these big venues that you're aspiring to go to, your terribly ripped version from YouTube is going to sound terrible on these speakers. I've heard it so many times before. I've been around DJs that have YouTube rips, right? And you can tell from a mile away. Now, in this video, you're going to find out how I know, but you can tell from a mile away if a DJ is using YouTube rips. So I'm going to tell you not to use YouTube rips because it's just going to get you in a bad place. So the places that most DJs get their music from are DJ record pools. And I'm going to walk you through every single record pool that I use. I'm going to leave all the links down in the description down below with all the discounts so you can get your music for even cheaper. So what is a record pool? So a record pool is essentially a website where DJs can go get music and they pay a monthly subscription. So a common price for a monthly subscription is around about $19.99, whether you're in US, which is going to be dollars, or in the UK, which is going to be pounds. So for $19.99, you can get access to this website's pool of music. Now, every single website is different because some websites can get more music than the others and stuff like that. So I use a few record pools. So I use Heavy Hits, DJ City, The Mashup, BPM Supreme, Franchise Record Pool, and My MP3 Pool. Now, like I said, all the links to these are down in the description down below, and I'll walk through all of them so you can kind of get an idea which each one does. So when you first start your DJ journey, when you find out about record pools, you are going to hear DJ City, right? DJ City is the first record pool that I came across. So the way they do their pricing structure is you have to pay for 3 months at a time. So it's £20 per month, but you have to pay £60 every 3 months. Now, when DJs see that, they're like, oh my God, £60. But you need to remember, this is an investment. This is an investment because you spend £60, you download all this music and then you go and DJ for £200-300. It's an investment. So don't think that £60 is a lot of money at the start, right? So yeah, so DJ City is really good. Well, when I first started, it was really good because I didn't know about any other record pools. But the problem with DJ City, and a lot of these DJ record pools at the moment, is they don't have a back catalogue of music. And I don't think they're actually allowed. So basically, when you start wanting to get new music, you want to build up your music library and build up your massive catalogue of tracks from old school tracks all the way to the new school tracks. But when you go on DJ City, if you try and go back and download a track from, I don't know, 1992, say for example, TLC No Scrubs, it won't be on there. So then a lot of DJs will be like, this is a rubbish record pool. How am I meant to build up my music library? And I do get it. I do understand. But I think there's some sort of legal thing they have to go through, so they can't keep the music on there. But in this list of record pools I'm going to go through, there are some record pools that have some music from way back in the day, but I'll go through that in a bit. So yeah, with DJ City, it's just a standard website. You go on there, you search whatever track you want, and you can pretty much find it. They got a lot better with sorting out their website now so you can separate it by like genres and artists and BPM ranges and stuff like that. So DJ City is really good, and DJ City is really good for remixes as well, like official remixes. So yeah, so if you're looking for your first record pool, I would suggest going for DJ City. There are loads of other record pools. There is BPM Supreme. BPM Supreme is also another good record pool as well that you can go check out. There's the Mashup. So in the UK, we have a website called the Mashup where it just purely has DJ edits. So you won't find the original track, as in like where you've got, I don't know, Pop Smoke Dior Dirty. You won't just have that on the website. You'll have Pop Smoke Dior Intro Dirty, because all they have on there is intro versions and remixes that DJs have made. Now, for $19.99 a month, you can get access to all those edits. But the only problem with the Mashup is they have a download counter. So you'll go on there and you'll pay $99 a month, and then you get, I think it's 150 downloads. Now, when you first sign up to the website, 150 downloads doesn't seem that much, but you need to realize that over time, you're not going to be downloading 150 tracks per month. Like, I thought that when I first started as well. You think, oh my God, I've got a download counter, I'm going to be restricted. You're not going to be restricted. You get it. You the first week or so, you are going to download a lot of music, but over time, your 150 counter will restart every month, and then you're going to find yourself going on there and downloading 1 or 2 tracks or 3 or 4 tracks, and then you're going to be like, okay, the count is perfectly fine. So you don't need to upgrade to the higher versions to get more downloads, because I think that's how they get you. So you spend $19.99 because that's what they promote. You get the 150, then you think, oh, I want to download a whole bunch of other tracks. And then you go up to the other tiers, spend more money, and then later on you realize that you don't need it. The Mashup is a good website. It's really good if you want to be unique in your DJ sets as well, because if you find a decent remix on there that another DJ doesn't have, it can make you a little bit more unique. Another record pool that I use is Heavy Hits. Now, if you want your first month for $4.99, check the link in the description down below. Now, Heavy Hits is a really good record pool, and it's especially good for DJs that are not familiar with certain genres, and I'll tell you why. So when you go onto the record pool, there's this section called playlists, and you can type in, say, I don't know, dancehall or house, and it will give you like a house playlist that you can download, and it'll be all the top tracks for that genre, which is really good. It kind of gives you like a Spotify vibe, because you go on there and all the playlists look like Spotify, and you can go in there and see all the tracks that a DJ's curated. It is really good. And then also, like on all the other record pools, you've got charts, so you can order it by the top downloaded tracks or the top tracks that they've selected themselves. So it's a really good record pool. I do suggest going for it. I mean, get your first month for $4.99. You can't really complain. What other ones can we talk about? So my MP3 pool, I spoke about briefly. Like I said, link in the description down below. And then franchise record pool. Now, franchise record pool is one of my most favorite record pools in the world. And the reason for this is because they have a massive back catalogue of music. It's called FRP.live now, but it used to be called a franchise record pool, and I've always just called it franchise record pool. When I found this website years ago, I was amazed, because I love my old school music. I love old school R&B, I love old school dancehall, I love old school hip hop. So when I found this website, I thought I hit the jackpot. Well, I didn't even think. I did hit the jackpot, because I was then able to build my entire music library. You go on there, you've got all your old school R&B, old school hip hop. You can go all the way back to 1950 and download all your music. It is the best record pool to build your music library, hands down. And it's only $19.99 a month. So if you're from the UK, it's around about £15-16. So it's a bargain, right? And there's no limits on it as well. Like, you can download as many tracks as you want, but you can only download a certain track up to 3 times, which I think is the same with most record pools, which is only fair. But yeah, so if you're interested in building your music library and building it from the ground up, I do suggest going for franchise record pool. They have all the genres on there. You just kind of need to know what songs to download, because as a brand new DJ, you don't know what songs to download, do you? Because you go in and you're downloading music, but you don't know what works in the club and stuff like that. But if you're interested in knowing what tracks go well in the club, check the link in the description down below at my Serato collection. So that's record pools, and that's how most DJs get their music. You can also get music from Bandcamp. Bandcamp's a really good website where DJs are starting to upload their edits, and SoundCloud's a really good one as well. And if you get really good at digging on SoundCloud, you can be really unique in your DJ sets, because there's a lot of good stuff on SoundCloud, but you need to dig for it, because obviously all the unknown artists and stuff like that don't really get promoted on the website and stuff like that. So you have to proper dig and look for it. But if you put some time aside every week to go on SoundCloud, I guarantee you'll find some good edits on there. I need to start doing it a bit more often. So maybe I might do like a video of how I would dig on SoundCloud and stuff like that. If you're interested in that, type SoundCloud in the comments down below. So yeah, so that's most of the places that you're probably gonna find music. Like I said, there are places where you can get free music, but when you start looking for free music, you're gonna get free music quality. So when you download a track from, say, YouTube or something like that, it's going to be bad quality. So I'm not gonna go too deep in quality of music in this video, but obviously there's bit rate on each track. So you have like a high bit rate or a low bit rate. And if you go on YouTube, you're gonna get a low bit rate. So the bit rate that you'll usually get from YouTube is 192 kbs. What you want if you're downloading MP3s is 320 kbs. 320 kbs is the best quality that you can get with the MP3. So when you're downloading your music and you check in your DJ software, if you go into the bitrate column, you're going to see most of your tracks that you downloaded from record pools, they're going to be 320 kbs. So just keep that in mind, because the lower quality track, the worse it's going to sound on the club system. Now, we figured out how to source our music, download our music. Now it comes to organizing your music. Now, my entire channel is all about organizing music and helping DJs. So I'm going to walk through what I would do if I was to organize my music from scratch, from being a brand new DJ. So you've decided to become a brand new DJ, you want to be a successful DJ, you've bought your DJ controller and you've just found out where to get new music from. When you first start DJing, you're gonna have a lot of music to download and you're gonna think you're not gonna have enough memory, so you're gonna go out and buy an external hard drive. My advice to you is try not to DJ from an external hard drive. Try just to DJ from your main laptop's hard drive. Now, obviously if you got out and bought a 128 gigabyte MacBook, then you're not gonna have enough storage for music. But if you're gonna buy a MacBook, try and get one 512 and above. But you wanna try and have all your music on the laptop itself, because it performs a lot better. So you downloaded all this new music. So the first thing you want to do is create one new folder on your computer, call it music, and dump everything inside it, right? You want to make sure that you have all your music in one central location. Then what you want to do inside that folder is kind of split up everything into genres. So that's what I would do. But obviously you can't see from the folder which track is what genre. So what you need to do is import all this music into your DJ software. So I use Serato. I live, breathe, eat Serato. So I'm a Serato bias. So I'm just going to talk about Serato in this video. So you'll import all your music into Serato. So again, you're a brand new DJ. You're going to import all your music into Serato, and you're going to have one folder. There's going to be one crate on the left-hand side called music, and it's going to have all your tracks, right? It's going to have all your tracks. And this is where you need to kind of start being a bit OCD with your music library, because in order to be organized, you need to be organized per track. So each track should have the following: a title, an artist, a BPM, a key, a year, and a genre, right? If you've got all those things, your music library organization journey is going to be really easy. So you've imported all your music into your DJ software. Maybe you have some genres missing, maybe you have some years missing, whatever. It's fine. You can go to Google, you can update them manually, literally type in the track into Google and get the year and get the genre. Or what you can do is drag the tracks onto MLT. You can simply drag the tracks, drag them over, populate year and genre, and it will update the year and genre for you. So you can go down that route. And that's just a good way to start your music library journey. So then once you've got all your tracks in your crate and they've got the years and genres, you can then start sorting them out into folders. So you've now got a music folder on your computer. Create some genre folders: R&B, hip hop, dancehall, house. And then what you can do inside Serato is you can drag the tracks, like the house tracks, into the house folder inside the software itself, so you don't have any problems with missing tracks. Then once you've done that, you're gonna have a music folder split up into genres. That's it. That is the easiest way to organize your music on your computer at first. Obviously, I'm going to talk about tagging and more in-depth and advanced stuff later on in this video, but when you first start, you want to have one big folder of music, and then inside there you want it split up into genre folders, right? I know it sounds like a lot of hard work, but I guarantee you are going to thank me, because you want to do it when you've just started, and you want to have a process and a system when you first started. If you leave it too late, people, you're going to be like most of the DJs out there that are 10 years deep. Oh, CB, I need you to help me organize my music library. I've got so many duplicates. I don't know how to organize my music. My music's everywhere. My music's this, my music's that. Start now, and you will thank me in the long run, trust me. Now, with organizing your music, there are a bunch of tools that can help you. Like I said, we're going to be talking about Serato. So Serato is going to be your main hub where you're going to organize your music. But then you have got tools off of Serato that can help you. And the two main tools that I use are Lexicon and MLT. Lexicon is one of the most powerful music management softwares in the world. So it can remove your duplicates. It can automatically set cue points for you. It can organize your music in ways you didn't even think was possible. It can clean up your tags. It can clean up your titles, your artists, and everything. There's so many things in that software that is so helpful for DJs. So if you're interested in Lexicon, just have a look at the link in the description down below. There's a few videos that I've done on it, and start using that. And then also with MLT, like I mentioned earlier, if you want to populate your years and genres, all you need to do is just drag the tracks from Serato into the software, and it will get the years and genres for you straight away. I won't talk too much on tools in this video, but if you want me to do a separate video on certain tools, just let me know what tool you want me to do in the description down below. When you first realize you want to become a DJ, you see someone that you kind of look up to and you want to be like them. So I kind of guarantee that they're going to be DJing a specific genre. So say for example, you like house music and you go to a house rave. Most likely you're going to think, I want to be like that DJ. So you're like, you know what, I'm going to download a bunch of house music. But if you just download one genre, you're not going to be a successful DJ, because in order to become these big DJs, you need to please the masses first, and then you can go in your kind of little direction. So for me, I love old school R&B, and the reason why I got into DJing is because DJ Rusky used to play old school R&B and a lot of R&B music. So when I first started, I was like, all I want to play is R&B. So I would practice with R&B. When I go to my sets, I would only really play R&B. But then when you go to your sets and DJ in front of people, you realize that people don't just want R&B. People want house, people want dancehall, people want a whole range of music. When you start thinking about building your music library, you need to start thinking about making it really diverse. Now, there are a bunch of genres in the music world, so I'll list out a few. So you've got R&B, hip-hop, dancehall, house, garage, commercial, Latin, Motown, 80s, Afrobeats, Amapiano. There's so much music out there. And the problem is you are going to be overwhelmed, because you're going to think, I need to get all the music from this genre and all the music from that genre, but you don't. What I'll say to you is, my advice to you is aim to be an open format DJ. And I've learned this from my journey. I wanted to be one genre DJ and it wouldn't get me anywhere. I couldn't get the bookings that I wanted. So in order to get more bookings and a variety of bookings, be like, I play everything, right? But in order to play everything, you kind of need to have an idea of each genre. Now, you don't need to know it inside out. You kind of just need to know the top 50 tracks. So you are going to have some genres stronger than the other. So I have thousands of R&B tracks, thousands of R&B tracks, thousands of dancehall tracks. I only have a few house tracks because I don't play house that much, but I know the top tracks to play in a club. When you're thinking about building your music library, just think about long term, right? You are going to be DJing in front of different types of people and different types of crowds, and they are going to want different types of music. You can't just play one genre for the whole 6 hours, because people will get bored and people will leave. So it's difficult, because you're going to be sat there thinking, well, how do I know what music to download? How do I know what music to play? And this is where things like SoundCloud comes into play, because you can type in top 50 R&B songs in the club and it will pop up with some of the songs, but some of those tracks aren't curated by DJs, so it is a bit difficult. But that's why I created the CB collection with all the tracks that I use inside the club. So inside the collection, I've got all the R&B tracks that I have, all the hip hop tracks that I have, all the dancehall tracks that I have. So it gives DJs an idea of what songs are played in the club. So if you're interested in that, check the link in the description down below. But I'm trying to just give you guys a head start, because in order for me to build my music library, I had to go out to these clubs, sit in the clubs, listen to DJs live mixes, which is a good point actually. Let me stick on that for a bit. If you can't get out to DJ sets or you don't feel comfortable going to DJ sets on your own, go on SoundCloud, go on Mixcloud and listen to some of my mixes and see exactly what I play in a club. I think DJ live mixes are one of the best things you can listen to as a brand new DJ. And I'll tell you why. The live recording is inside a club. The DJ is under the pressure of having the crowd in front of him. And if the DJ does it right, you can hear the crowd in the background as well. So you can kind of hear how the customers are reacting to the song. So some of the sets are 6 hours long. But if you want to become a DJ and you want to play these 6 hour sets, you do need to put the work in. So what I would say is put aside an hour a day over 6 days and just listen to one of my live mixes. I'll leave the links in the description down below. And you can kind of see what songs I play. So I play in open format clubs. So I start with opening house, then I'll start playing some old school R&B because I love old school R&B. Then I'll start playing some tracks for the girls, get them dancing. Then I'll start playing some floor fillers to build the dance floor. I'll then start playing like little pockets of genres because I'll have a dance floor in front of me now, so I'm going to try and test to see what songs work. So I'll play a bit of Afrobeats, a bit of dancehall, a bit of hip hop and stuff like that. Then I'll kind of get an idea of the crowd. Then I'll go into my main warm up, get the crowd all nice and warmed up. Then I'll go into my main set, and you can hear all of that the entire journey through my DJ mixes, and you don't even need to go to the club. And it's all free as well. This is what I mean. You just need the only currency that you need for this is the time that you put into listening to my DJ sets. So you can listen to mine, you can listen to some of your favorite DJs. Even if you're a fan of like James Hype, I'm pretty sure he's gonna have a live set somewhere on SoundCloud or something. So if you wanna know what's playing inside a club in front of a festival crowd, check out DJ live mixes. But back to the main point, build your diverse music library. Realize that it's not gonna be an overnight thing. It is gonna take time. It is going to take time, trust me. Like, you're going to download about 100 songs and you're going to be like, this isn't enough. But then next week, you're going to download a few more tracks. You're going to listen to some DJ sets of mine. You're going to hear the crowd in the background reacting to a certain song. You're going to be like, I need to download that. Honestly, it will help you build your music library. And you won't feel like you don't have enough music. That's one thing that a lot of DJs think when they start DJing. I don't have enough music. I don't have enough music. You do have enough music. You just need to get to know the music a bit more. So download my collection, listen to my DJ mixes, and I guarantee it's gonna help you build your diverse music collection. So once you've downloaded all your music, everything's organized, you've built your diverse music library, it's now time to keep things updated and keep on track of new tracks. Now, I'm quite terrible at this, so I need to kind of take my own advice, but in order to stay on top of new tracks, you can use all the record pools that you have access to, and they have charts and new releases on their websites. All of them do as well. They all have charts, they all have new releases. So dedicate some time per week to just go onto the new releases and listen to some tracks and have a listen to some of the top tracks in each of the genres that you play. This will help you stay organized and up to date with all your music. You need to kind of just build it into a habit, because if you don't build it into a habit, you are going to just be like, on the day you're going to be DJing, you're going to be like, oh my God, I need to download this song now. Oh, what's this? And you're going to start panicking and start stressing. What you want to do is download the music on a Thursday so you have enough time to listen to it, take it in, set some cue points on it and stuff like that, and get to know the tracks, get to know the good parts of the track and stuff like that. And then, yeah, it's like I said, people, I'm not the greatest at it as well. It's hard to kind of build it into a routine, especially if you're busy. As a brand new DJ, you got a day job as well, probably, so you probably don't have enough time. But an hour a day, I guarantee if you put your phone down for an hour a day, you can probably go search for some new music and keep up to date in your music library. Building playlists and building crates in your DJ software. Now, a lot of DJs always ask me, how do I build my crates? How do you have your crates in your music library? Again, if you're interested in all that stuff, check the link in the description down below. My main advice to all DJs is when you're creating playlists, create them based on kind of sections of the night and scenarios. So the main sections of the night are opening set, warm up, main set, and warm down. So there's 4 sections that you kind of need to have covered. If you're a brand new DJ, you're gonna be doing like residency work. So you're gonna be starting at like 9 o'clock and finishing at 3 a.m. So every single one of those DJ sets, you are going to have a period where you're going to be opening. You're going to get there and no one's going to be there. So you need a crate for opening. Then people are going to start coming into the venue. That's when you need to start warming them up, getting them ready to be on the dance floor, getting them ready for the party. Once everyone's ready, everyone's drunk, everyone's ready to party, then you get into main set, you throw them all the bangers. Then right at the end, when you want to get people out and keep everyone calm, you play a warm down. So when you're building your crates and your playlist, build them based on the sections of the night. And then when I said about scenarios, so think about all the different things that could happen in a club. So I'll give you a few examples, because if you're a brand new DJ, you probably don't know the different sections, the different scenarios that can happen in the club. Getting the girls dancing. I guarantee there's going to be a scenario in your life, in your DJ career, where there's going to be a bunch of girls on the dance floor or around the dance floor that want to dance. Why don't you build a playlist to get the girls on the dance floor? Why don't you build a playlist to get the girls singing? That's two scenarios there. Create a playlist for floor fillers to fill the dance floor. Another scenario. Create a playlist for all the people that think they like dancehall, but they don't like dancehall. They only like the commercial dancehall. So I always used to get that people want dancehall, dancehall this and dancehall that. Then when I play some deep Vibes Cartel, they're like, what is this? So then what they really want is Murder She Wrote or Get Busy Sean Paul or Serrano No Game. So I built a crate for commercial dancehall. So now I can go into that crate and play all those tracks and everyone's happy. There's also a scenario in the night where you need to get the guys all nice and hyped. There's a bunch of guys in the clubs that want to do all the gun fingers and jumping up and down the mosh pits. So create a scenario crate for getting the guys all hype. Pop Smoke Dior, Paris by Jay-Z. All these tracks here, yeah, should be in a crate ready for you to jump in, so you know when it hits that scenario, you know to go into that crate. Creating playlists and doing all this stuff, right, is just setting you up to be successful, because what you don't want is when you're DJing to be scrolling through your entire music library looking for tracks, right? You know what you're looking for, but you can't find it. So create a playlist for that. You know that you want to get the guys all hype on the dance floor, because you may have been scrolling through your music library, you may have picked Pop Smoke, Dior, but now you want another track because the dance floor is rammed, everyone's energy's up. But if you had a playlist for high energy, you could just go in that crate and play all the tracks in there, because Pop Smoke Dior would be in there. Then what next could be Pop Smoke Welcome to the Party or Mo Bamba or Jumpman. Do you know what I mean? All these tracks could be in the crate and it will just make your life a lot easier. Being a DJ, you're going to be under pressure because you need to be changing the tracks over and over and keeping the crowd happy. Reduce your pressure by having playlists per scenario. It's gonna take a while to kind of build up and try and build the perfect scenario crates, but over time, the more you DJ, the more you see everything in the club, the more you're going to realize that you need these scenario crates. And I have these all in my Serato collection that's linked in the description down below. And then obviously, if you're not a club DJ, you can obviously have playlists for weddings. Now, a wedding has the exact same thing. The opening part where everyone sat down, the part where you need to get everyone dancing, and then the part at the end where everyone wants to sing along and stuff like that. So again, you'll have a wedding playlist, you'll have the opening ceremony tracks, you'll have the tracks straight after the first dance where everyone's energy is quite high anyway, so you need to play all the stuff there, and you need to play all the cheesy music that everyone wants to sing at the end. It's all just about mood and scenarios. That's all it is. Once you realize that and once you figure that out, everything will be a lot easier for you. Now, this next thing I can talk for hours, right? Tagging and metadata. Now, I did previously speak about it earlier in the video, but if you've got everything tagged correctly in your music library and your metadata is all correct and it's all good, it's going to make your life a lot easier. If you have a title, an artist, a year, genre, key, BPM, your DJ career is going to be really easy, yeah? Because you're going to look at your music and be like, okay, this, I know this goes here, that goes there, and you'll be good. Now, if you don't have those, if you don't have your metadata up to scratch, it's going to be really hard to build playlists because, well, for me, because everything's up to date with all the tags, right? I can create a smart playlist based on whatever I need. So say, for example, someone messages me and say, CB, I need you for an old school R&B party tomorrow. All I need to do is go into my Serato and put the rules, genre equals R&B, year is before 2010. I have a whole playlist of old school R&B music within seconds, and I'm ready to DJ that party tomorrow. But for you, if you haven't got your music library all metadataed up, I guarantee this will happen to you. You're gonna be desperate for bookings, right? Oh, who needs a DJ this? Who needs a DJ that? Who needs this? Who needs that? Then you're gonna get a message on the phone. Hey, are you free to DJ tomorrow? We've got this opportunity. You're gonna freeze and be like, I'm not ready. My music library's not ready. I haven't got the music. Then you're gonna be scrambling, asking DJs for all the old school R&B tracks they have. You're gonna be going on your record pools. You're gonna be spending so much money because you're gonna try and build up your music library there and then. If you have everything organized and tagged and done correctly, you're gonna be ready for any scenario. I could literally get a message right now for any DJ set to go in an hour after this video, and I'll be ready. Because my music library is ready for every single situation, because I may not have the crate ready now, but because I have all my data inside all the tracks ready, I'm ready. CB, I need you to play a house set for 5 hours. Okay, all my house music. Create a smart playlist with the rules, genre is house, I'm ready to go. And they're all organized by warm up, opening, and main set. I'm ready to go. I can do an in-depth video of tagging and metadata if you lot really want me to. If you want me to do that, type in tagging in the description down below. And then also what you can do as well, like there's a lot of columns inside Serato that are not used by the software. So there's the comments column, the composer column, the labels column, the grouping column, and you can use all of these to tag your music. So I tag my music by yellow, which means opening, orange, that means warm up, green, that means main set, purple for warm down, and black for delete. I use that in the remixer column in Serato. Now, I also have a tag for ladies. So anytime I'm going through my music library and I see a track that's good for getting the girls on the dance floor or getting the girls singing, I'll go into my comments section and just type in #ladies. When I want to build a smart playlist for the ladies, all I need to do is do smart create, comment equals #ladies, and all my ladies tracks are in there. Make sure you're utilizing all the unused columns in your DJ software to help you with your DJing. Trust me, people, you're probably listening to me right now thinking this guy is too much. That's too much work. You are going to be in a scenario in your DJ set where you're going to wish that you listened to me, because the worst thing you want to be doing is scrolling, panicking for the next song. Say, for example, your song's like 3 minutes long, yeah? And you get to 2 minutes and 30. Your heart is going to be pounding because you're not prepared. You're going to be scrolling, and you're going to struggle, man. You're going to struggle. So make sure that you've got your tagging and metadata all sorted. That way, you'll be a lot more relaxed and an organized DJ. Every single day, I try and tell at least one DJ to back up their music library. So you watching this video now, back up your music library. Back it up right now. So many DJs love to live life on the edge. You started your DJ career, you got bookings, but you haven't got your music library backed up. So if your laptop was to die, your laptop got stolen, something got corrupted, you can't DJ tomorrow because you have no music, right? And it's like some people think it's cool to not back up their music library. I don't really get it. Like, what you should have is a solution to back up your music library, and here are a few of mine. So I have all my music library backed up to the cloud. So I did used to use Dropbox, but then I had some problems with it, so I've now moved over to Google Drive. So basically, I download the Google Drive app and I just point it to my music folder on my computer. Any changes I make in that folder, it gets backed up. If I add a new song, it gets backed up to the cloud. If I delete a song, it gets taken out from the cloud. If I update a tag, it gets updated to the cloud. It's really good, and that's the best way to back up your music library because it's all done in real time. When you do like external backups on, like plug it into a external hard drive, it's not always up to date, but your backup in the cloud is always up to date. Now, don't get me wrong, I do use external hard drives as well. So I have the Samsung T7, 1 terabyte, 2 terabyte, and 4 terabyte. If you want the links to those, I'm gonna leave them in the description down below. These hard drives are the best things that I've got. I did used to have a normal HDD, but then I moved over to SSD. You don't realize how fast SSD is until you use it. So yeah, so basically what I do maybe once a week is I'll get my entire music folder, create a new folder on the hard drive with today's date, drag in that folder, and then that's it, that's backed up, and then I'll leave it in my cupboard. But I also do have a USB with my music library as well, which is at my partner's house, and it's also at my mum's house as well. So say, for example, God forbid, my house burns down here with my laptop, my computer upstairs, everything. At least I know I can go to my mum's house and pick up my music and then go buy a new laptop and I'm ready. Losing a laptop isn't the issue, right? It's the music. I've built up my music library so much over these years, I can't afford to lose that. So if you've got a friend, a partner, a relative or something, just leave your music library with them. Like preferably someone that's not a DJ. I'm joking. Even if you give your music library to another DJ, it doesn't matter. So yeah, so just make sure that you're backing up your music library. If you want me to do a video on backing up your music library, let me know in the comments down below. Now, this next one is one I need to build a habit on, but I'm just really, really too busy. Listening to new music and new genres to kind of get to know new genres. Now, I'm an open format DJ. I play every single genre, but my main genres are R&B, commercial and hip hop. I am good at Afrobeats and dancehall, but I could be a lot better. I feel like when you start DJing Afrobeats and dancehall, you need to be like a specialist, so you need to know your music inside out. What I should be doing to improve on those genres is listening to, so for Afrobeats, listening to D James, or when I'm trying to learn dancehall, I should be listening to DJ Levels, because those two DJs are specialists in their areas. So I should be listening to their live sets and their mixes that they put up on Mixcloud and SoundCloud, because when you listen to new music, it helps you build your music library, because there'll be tracks in there that you didn't even know that existed because you're not part of that scene. So you can add that to your music library. So I do feel like listening to music and listening to DJ sets is really important as a DJ. Like, don't think because you're a DJ and you're DJing out that you can't listen to other DJs and give them praise. I give praise to DJs all the time. If I listen to a mix and it's really good, I'm gonna message them, right? I'm gonna message them. So try and just get into a habit of listening to new music as much as you can. I'm gonna try and build a process for myself on listening to new music. So once I figure that out, I'll do a video on that as well. Now, the last thing that I'll touch on that a lot of DJs get really annoyed about is copyright. So obviously, when you download and use other people's music, if you upload it online, it tends to get taken down because of copyright. And a lot of DJs get annoyed because they're like, I want to do all these DJ routines, but I'll put it online and it gets taken down. Now, I don't really know the ins and outs of all this stuff. All I know is on YouTube, really. If you upload a song to YouTube are going to scan it and detect it and then mute it out your YouTube video. Now, on Instagram, you can get away with it. You just kind of need to be a bit smart about it. Like, maybe change the key of the track or mix it a bit faster or stuff like that. Like, I don't know. Like, I can't really touch too much about copyright because I don't know the ins and outs of it. I haven't really been hit with too much copyright on my Instagram when I'm posting my reels and stuff like that. If you want me to do a bit more research on copyright and to do a massive video on it, I can. But just know you're using other people's music. So if you're trying to benefit yourself using their music, they may come for you. Now, most of the time, they'll mute your track. So when you play your Instagram reel, there'll be no music on it, which is annoying because you put all the effort into recording it and editing it and stuff like that. But you're not going to get arrested for it. But if you start doing it too much and start taking a mic and start making a lot of money out of it, that's when people can start coming for you. So it's not a big deal, but just have it in the back of your mind that you're obviously using other people's music. So yeah, so that was the ultimate guide to finding music and organizing music. I hope I touched on everything. Now that you've watched this video, check this video out here.